one of my favorite things from that episode. Should we do an Office podcast? Oh my god, it'd be so good on that.
Oh my god, we could be. Pam and Angela do a.
They do, but they suck because they're both women. But
fuck yeah! So you saying our podcast only half sucks, and it's your fault?
100%. That's what it is. It's good to have the contrast. You know, if you have 2 good days in a row, the second good day feels less good than the first day.
Fuck! Why am I laughing? I shouldn't be laughing.
Because it's fucking funny. I'm kidding, obviously.
I know. Fuck!
I love women. The alpha males won't talk to me.
The Andrew Tates of the world won't talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh
I start agreeing with them, and then they go, wait, you're fat. And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, well, so you're not doing any of this. I'm like, no, of course not.
Oh, my God.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 146 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is sitting over there eyeballing me, I assume.
I mean, I could be. We could get on camera, and then I can really eyeball you and glare at you the whole time.
Why don't we do the camera thing, do you think?
Probably because I am
we like sitting in our
trash pan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There was this TikTok going around recently, and it was all about being a trash possum and like her feral trash possum phase, and I was like, yes,
what?
I relate to this.
Wait, not literally.
No, not literally, but
okay.
She's like, I'm about to start my trash possum phase. I'm gonna eat garbage and do a bunch of stupid shit, and like it was just funny and haha relatable, and but now I think I'm actually becoming more and more of a possum and just screaming and eating trash.
Sure. Have you ever seen the TV show Shameless?
Shameless? No, but I've heard a lot about it.
I've never heard a thing about it until I started watching it. It's
really
fucking amazing.
Really?
But it will kind of make you want to live like a fucking street rat. There's something appealing in the freedom of not giving a shit what the law thinks. It gets you out of all kinds of jams that you made up by breaking the law in the first place. It's a good time.
It makes sense, you know. You destroy everything and just slowly rebuild this new image of madness. For yourself.
Your toddler overdoses on your cocaine. It's just lots of interesting things happen, you know?
Yeah, that
My life's so
makes
boring.
sense.
I get mad about traffic while that's happening to somebody.
Could you imagine having a toddler? I mean, come on.
Can you imagine having a coke dealer?
Actually, so funny thing. No. Could you
Speaking of toddlers,
imagine?
if I can speak my truth, I do have 6 of them.
Yeah. 6 of them? Mm-hmm. You're not just a cat dad anymore. You're an actual dad.
I got lots of kids.
Oh, God.
They're
stop
real.
It.
Some of them have penises. Some of them don't. Yeah. Don't make a meme out of that, please.
I might. Jesus Christ. So have penises. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck me in the ass. Did you play, I don't know. Did you play stuff this week?
Yeah, I did play some stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did. You want to hear about it?
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Fuck it.
Great. Go first.
I'm going to go first now, is how podcasts work.
Jesus fucking it. Stop making it more awkward.
I played Terraria. In fact, there were a few weeks that I have not talked about it. And so we've done many things since. I am a flying
okay.
space wizard with an Uzi.
Nice.
We have multiple minions now. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know how well you know Terraria. Did you play a shitload of that or no?
I didn't actually. I think I have 30 minutes in the game.
Damn. Huh. Well, so I've grown a very good appreciation of this is not Minecraft in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, it's not.
People really compare the two.
Which is weird.
It's not that weird if you look at the two screenshots of the games, because it looks exactly like they tried to do 2D Minecraft, but they did not do that. The graphics do look that way. They just do.
Yeah.
They're blocky as shit. That's what Minecraft graphics are. Is a low poly block or low texture block. At least for someone who's not seen much of the modded stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch your most popular content.
Oh, damn. Fair. Valid, honestly.
I'm afraid of big numbers.
Yeah, big numbers are scary.
They're
it's true.
scary. And so are bad-looking video games. Not really. I play RuneScape. I have no room to talk. Terraria, though, has turned out to be one of the coolest co-op progression games ever. I mean, it's super good, turns out. I don't know if people know this. It looks like most of the people on Steam do, because it's got like 20,000 fucking reviews, and they're all insanely positive. Yeah, I don't know. I always wrote it off as a game not for me. Turns out it's pretty for me. Although I would not play it by myself. That's
yeah, no.
But that's just kind of the nature of the game, right? Yeah, I've found the progression very cool. There are lots of very you die a lot in this game.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Even though there's almost no consequence. The consequence is getting to where you died. Because or back to mining whatever the fuck it was that you were going for or whatever. Or both of you die, or everyone that was fighting the boss, and then it goes away, and you miss your opportunity. You spent some resource to get it, or it was a random spawn. Those things suck. But without some resistance, the progression wouldn't be as meaningful. So I think they've balanced it really fucking well, and I can't wait to see what else the game has. So we just had a house, right? Because you throw everything together, we don't know what the fuck the game is. How often are we going to be needing this stuff? What stuff should we save? That kind of shit. So we had a house filled with a dozen chests, probably. Maybe more.
Right. Yeah. As you do.
And they're just whatever. We loosely stick to kind of ore blocky stuff is over here. There's some... If you're feeling lazy, you just put some other stuff in there. So I spent 3 fucking hours organizing I blew it all to shit and built a shack bigger than our house for storing shit. And not just the current shit we have, but future shit can go there as well. There's so much room for expansion. And it took so long to do, which is wild. I've never cleaned my apartment for that long. Nor will I, because it's too much. But in a video game, it's kind of fun.
It's therapeutic, you know?
Yeah.
You're cleaning your life, you're flushing the shit out of your life, etc., etc.
Yeah. Except I don't get that from real life cleaning at all. My little sister loves cleaning shit, because she's like, it's like you're just wiping your stress away or whatever the fuck. And
Honestly,
I don't understand that at all. It does not hit me in any way. But in video games, at least this one, I was like, hey, all our shit's organized. This is great. I guess it's probably because I spend more time in video games than I do my apartment is the problem.
But aren't you in your apartment while you play video games?
Yeah, but I don't. So... I'm not looking around at shit. I got tweets to read.
You got people to argue with on the internet.
People need to know where I stand on Andrew Tate.
Oh my God!
If the algorithm could reach into this podcast, my plugs for him would be super genius. But it can't. It can't see anything in here.
No, it can't. We gotta. Yeah.
We're gonna tweet his name a bunch. How about that?
Oh God, we would get so much fucking backlash and hate. I fucking just can feel
But
it
it's hate messages.
radiating
You
through
send
the
hate out into the
internet.
universe and you get ad revenue back. I'm pretty sure that's how the world works now.
Oh, I think that's how Andrew Tate actually works. So, I mean, I guess you're right in that
Yeah, but hate
consideration.
begets hate and begets ad money. I've been reading some marketing books. I don't know.
How to make everyone hate you. Become Andrew Tate.
But still stick
etc.
around.
Yeah.
Guest speaker, my ex-girlfriend. No.
Jesus
So
fucking
Terraria.
Christ. Okay, Terraria.
Super good.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know if anyone needs to hear that because most people who were gonna play it have played it by now. But there's got to be some holdouts like me and you, I guess.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's a great game. If you like the person you're playing with. I can imagine with this, there's a lot of people I've played co-op games with where there's just something missing. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's just, you're not on the same level and you never will be. And it's most people.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful to be dating somebody where we think the same kind of way. And even in the ways we're deficient or... What's the opposite of deficient? It's not efficient. Is it?
Well, I mean, you guys know each other's strengths and
Yeah.
weaknesses.
We fill the gaps if you can excuse the phrase. Yeah, it's a good fit, but mostly we're the same. Like we go through games at the similar pace. In fact, we have the same rule, which we're both very happy about, although it's bit us in the ass a couple times, of not looking shit up. In Terraria, that's a big fucking problem. Because most things are... no human would think to do the things you have to do to progress, which is fine. I've played RuneScape a lot, and that game is exactly the same way. Like, why the fuck? It's like the holdout from adventure games from the 90s of like, let's just random, who gives a shit that we're going to put a hint system in and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Figure it out. It's just like a FromSoft games, honestly.
Sure.
They're super cryptic, fucking weird, and stressful as fuck. You know?
Yeah. Although I hate those games. I've tried so hard. Maybe I keep thinking there's like someday one will be like super up my alley. Sekiro was almost there with me, and then it got so fucking hard that I just stopped.
It's I don't know what it is. I like it. I like the difficulty that it can be, but then all of a sudden something happens and like my ape-like brain just can't fucking stand it anymore. Stand it, Jesus.
Yeah.
Stand it anymore.
The FromSoft games make me feel like the IGN reviewer who couldn't get past the Cuphead tutorial. That's how I feel when I play. I'm like, I'm missing. My brain sucks. I can't do this. In his case, that was true. In FromSoft's case, it's just the game, but...
Yeah, they want to hurt you, and in more ways than one.
Yeah.
They want to hurt you as much as possible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Terraria. We're having a good time, and we're gonna keep chugging along.
Great.
How many hours do I have in this game now? We beat the Wall of Flesh, which means spoilers. We're in hard mode.
Oh, you beat the... Yeah, you're the next level.
Next level. 53 hours.
I have 3 hours, I guess. I guess I did give it a good go.
That's not a good go.
Look, listen.
In terms of this game, and for most games that's true. For this game, I don't know. I hated the game at 3 hours, I think. I thought it was so boring because there's so much mining and just everything takes fucking forever.
So what made you keep going?
Playing games with a girlfriend that I love, and
you?
we're having a great time. We're high as fuck, and it's great. Yeah. But the game objectively, I was like, this is not fast enough. So I do think there's some early game shit there that they could maybe clean up a little bit. Like, how fast you can mine shit early on is so bad compared to how much shit you need to mine. But other than that, it's fine. But like I said, it's a trade-off, right? Because now it feels amazing that we have these fucking late-game drills that are just ripping through the earth, and you're like, fuck yeah. Because you remember how bad it was before. That's the only reason that feels amazing. It's weird. Okay, so I played another open world crafting game.
Oh no, which one?
I bought Spider-Man recently
Yeah.
for the PC.
Wait, is Spider-Man a fucking open world crafter?
No. Sorry, I'm starting a new sentence.
I was like confused. Okay,
I'm just setting up why I'm playing this game.
Okay, fair. Sorry.
By not explaining it, because I'm baffled myself. Yeah, I bought Spider-Man recently. I'm at the tail end of Cyberpunk. I could be beating that game right now.
And you're not.
But go ahead and look up a game called Solace Crafting for me. And let me know what that game sort of does. Just first impressions of the Steam page. Just let me know.
Soulless, like no soul.
S-O-L-A-S-E. I guess it's Solace. I don't know.
Solace.
Kind of weird.
Okay.
Oregonian accent.
Yeah, you got that. I guess it's my Midwestern ears now. Murder bunnies.
What?
Eat okay, this is what the Steam description is. Eat villagers, murder bunnies, milk cows, or exterminate gods. Okay, you lost me at the second sentence right there.
Are you sure that's in it? What?
It says, is this?
I'm searching bunny, and I don't see that word in here at all.
In this? This is the game, right? Soulash.
No. A-S-E. Or, wait, did I say S? A-C-E. Ace, like Soul Ace, yeah.
Oh, God, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know what that is. But it's, it's Solace Crafting. Or Solace, whatever the fuck.
Send me the link, because I found something fucking way trippier.
You're right, that would have saved a lot of time.
Okay, I found a VR game that looks like you're on fucking drugs, and I kind of want to do it.
I did not envision this going so poorly.
Sorry, I'm ruining your bit, but okay, open world fantasy, borderless distance. Okay, Soul. Okay, this is well, the character at one of the screens looks like Thanos right here, like a fucking ghetto Thanos. But okay, this looks like Dungeon Siege kinda.
A little bit, yeah. It's.
How does it play?
It's everything about it is super. One guy made it. Like one guy made it, right? But it you can feel it all along the way. But everything you're doing is like kind of fun progress. Even though killing a dungeon full of goblins is not fun. Getting to the point where you can do that and you figured out the crafting system is fun. So it's a little, I think it's like a little bit RuneScape-y, but single player, which is mostly what RuneScape is. It just, there happens to be other people nearby. But yeah, it is, they describe themselves in their fucking like title screenshot, distance-based fantasy survival RPG. I've never heard of a distance-based fantasy survival RPG.
What does that mean?
I think it means it's procedurally generated and forever. So like Minecraft, I guess.
Okay, so it's just going to randomly generate towns and stuff like that?
They don't have town yet.
Never.
You can make your own town, but there's no random towns.
Okay.
It's not an early access, but it is pretty early access-y.
Yeah. Looks like it just released a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It released on the 1st.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this might be my game of the year.
What?
We've talked about it before. This year has been kind of
it's been
sad.
trash.
I haven't even played that much of this. I think I played 6 hours.
Okay.
And I've barely begun to scratch the surface of what this game is, or maybe is not. I don't really even know how much. If they don't have towns yet, it tells me that they're kind of early on. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fucking cool. It's just like I don't know. It scratches that you can go anywhere and do anything kind of itch. See that
So you can
mountain? You
immerse
can go
yourself.
there. See those skill points? You can spend those. See those crafting things? You don't know how to do it yet. We're not going to tell you how, but you will figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, it's
You'll
just
bang your head hard enough for it.
kind of fun.
Ooh, okay. So, how many hours have you sunk into this?
So let me get you an accurate count because that's very important. Yeah, 5.9 hours. I was close. Six hours. Yep.
And it's already your game of the year.
I think I said. I didn't say definitively
Okay,
it's my game of the year.
fair.
But when I'm thinking back, like I don't really have a good list of games I've played that have come out this year.
Right.
Because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about only games that came out this year.
Oh, okay. Your game of the year.
Sure. Yeah,
Not
yeah,
ones
yeah.
that you played.
Right,
okay.
right.
Okay, now I understand.
Yeah. No, it doesn't scratch. I've played Witcher 3 this year, so.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, what? Are you okay? Are you high?
Yeah. Yes, I'm good. And yeah, of games that have released this year, this is about as good as we could do in 2022. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that's rough.
But it's kind of fun.
Though.
It's not that like it is kind of a badly put together game, but it also it isn't. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like it transcends B tier in a way, but it's also like super B tier.
You just like shitty games. You just like different shitty games compared to my shitty games.
I like stuff that looks like a AAA team could have done it. You know, I like the veil over my eyes of like, it's sort of like 20 years ago, a full team of people had to do this. Now it's just one guy, but, you know.
It feels like one guy.
Yeah, well, it does feel like one guy. But compared to modern terms, if I played this back when I played Dungeon Siege, I'd be like, this is fucking incredible. And maybe that's the zone I live in. Because Dungeon Siege was one of my favorite games ever. And most people skipped right over it because it got fucking terrible reviews.
It did. It did get the review.
I still hold that it is a great fucking game.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, yep, that game happened and will continue to happen.
Yeah. What else?
So I've been in a mood recently. Sorry that my time is taking so long, but
no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I just have shit in my throat this week,
I'm not assuming that you're making noises because of me. I'm just looking at the recorded time and getting self-conscious. So what? Huh?
I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's our podcast. We can do what we want. That's why we'll never grow. So I've been in a mood for, you know how moods, I don't know. The timeline of moods is weird because I feel like I've felt this way for years, but I really only started thinking about it recently. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay.
But continue. Well, actually kind of, because I think
there's a sneaking little thing inside me that is like, hey, do that thing. And I'm like, you know. And I guess it has been years because I think it started when I became the person in my relationship with Faye that is the base bitch. Which you so accurately described in an episode of our podcast.
No, I didn't realize this is where this is going. And I love it so much. Okay, continue.
You know where this is going?
Kind of. You're the base bitch.
What do you think? Where do you think I'm going?
You're gonna talk about. Did you go back to No Man's Sky? What did you play?
Okay.
I guess spit it out.
Yeah. So I played Valheim by myself with the developer cheats on.
Oh, okay.
I spent 8 hours in one day trying to design a swamp getaway, like resort.
Like Shreks.
Yeah, but closer to like the elves from Lord of the Rings, mixed with some Saints Row wackiness. Because there's very limited options I'm dealing with in Valheim.
God damn it, it's okay.
And so after 8 hours, right, one whole day, felt great
Right.
while I was doing it. When I got to the end of the
This
day
last time.
and I observed my work, it was a little bit like, what's his name from Parks and Recreation at the end of his 3 months of doing the stop motion video. I can only think of his real name, Adam Scott. I don't know what the fuck his character name is, but Ben Wyatt. That's it. Yes. He's like, oh my god.
I spent 3 months on this.
Yeah. After 8 hours, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I had technically put down lots of things, but it doesn't look anywhere near like the vision I have in my head. And to do that, my God. I mean, I knew this from watching Valheim build videos. I've seen the ones on the icy mountaintops and shit. They're very impressive. But you look at it and you go, that'd take like a year, dude. I'm not doing that. But now that I've put my, the rubber to the road, it is... Holy
It's still
shit.
10 years.
I'm going to save it for when I'm in the mood to do that, but I'm not going to push myself beyond that because it's so much time. It's ridiculous. And the thing I didn't really realize is the thing that takes so much time is deciding what you're going to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's pretty rough.
It sounds like you had a hard time, but you worked through it. And
I didn't have a hard time. It was very fun. But, like, looking at how I'm allocating my time in my life, that just doesn't seem like a good use of time. That's all.
I get it. That's how I feel with Minecraft sometimes. And so it's funny that you mentioned that because I felt that way when I was becoming a pastry chef for the first time. You have like this vision in your mind and you see all these other people's pastries and what they can do, and then you throw some shit on your plate and you've only been doing this for like 3 months and it looks like the saddest fucking thing in the world. You're like, I want to make my own homemade Kit Kat bars, and you're like, yeah, Hershey's gonna be fucking calling me, and then all of a sudden you have these like sad chunky attempts and they're slightly deformed and the chocolate's like not tempered enough and it just looks sad and just I mean it still tastes good, but it just not what you not Hershey's level,
right?
But I mean the thing about big builds, and like Minecrafters do this a lot too, there's been Minecrafters that I follow that do insane build contests and they spend hundreds and hundreds of hours. Like somebody did one of the vaults from Fallout, and they had this mod to where you were able to remove bits from the blocks. So the blocks are like so many pixels across by so many pixels down, right? And you're able to remove some of those bits, and it makes it fucking... And so they had like this insane detail, and they said they had like 16 people working on it, and I think they had 600 hours close each. And like, but it's fucking batty.
Damn, that's almost how much time I spent on my Demon Hunter in Diablo 3. But while I was doing that, I could watch TV.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can do that while you're building too. I was watching TV while I was building.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying I'm giving it up. It's gonna be rare that I spend that much time doing that. You know.
That's fair. I can respect
I do
that.
find it entirely thrilling while I'm doing it. It's so fun to like look at what you're doing and then like watch it come to life. That part is fucking fun.
Yeah.
And for somebody that can't do art, that's my art.
Yeah. You can do 3D art. It's totally acceptable.
Yeah. So I've one more fucking video game at 40 minutes.
Ahead.
Just real quick, Rollerdrome just came out. I will say, do you know about this game?
No.
It's kind of like Tony Hawk, but you shoot shit.
No, that sounds great.
But you're on rollerblades instead of a skateboard. Yeah, but it plays a lot like Tony Hawk.
Okay.
And it's very good, but it's not for me. I refunded it just because it's not really my thing. I didn't get that into Tony Hawk. Like, it's just not, like chasing points and scores and shit is kind of what that game is about. I don't really care about that, especially in a single player setting. But for people that do, I think you'd fucking love the shit out of it.
Okay.
And yeah, so
I like the art.
highlight that. Hopefully somebody else buys it so I can feel less guilty about refunding it.
It's got high ratings on Steam, which is kind of surprising. But I mean, yeah, if you're not into like collecting points and getting that dopamine hit, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Definitely not for everyone.
But the action is great. Yeah. Really well made.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yep. That's
Proud
it.
of
It's
you.
me. It's me wrapped up in a bowl.
You're a base bitch, and you've accepted it, and
Yep.
that's okay. Like you shouldn't
I
be
refund
ashamed
good
of
games.
that.
I play the bad ones. And I'm a base bitch.
I'm a base bitch. That's okay. So yeah, sounds like you had a productive week. I played a bunch of shit games and some good games. So I decided to separate my games finally. Cause I was getting in this mentality where I was like, I should make content out of this. I should make content out of this. And I never had any moments where I had no games for me.
Ah.
And,
Most of
'cause I-
mine fall under that category.
yeah, and so I finally decided to be like, no, I can't do this anymore. I need games for me.
Sure.
And like Buoyancy was kind of one of those, but Buoyancy has no new content, and it doesn't have any new content probably for a while since it's such an early access. And I've done pretty much everything that you can do in it right now. But I started playing Bear and Breakfast again. It's that really cute indie dev management game where you're a bear. It's by Armor Game Studios. They're a really small company of like fucking handful of people. But the artwork and everything is stupid cute, and I really like it. And I think it's a really good game, and I think more people should play it if you like Stardew Valley style games and like managing shit and stuff like that. And it slowly gets more and more complex as you get further along in the game. So that's my game. I made that my game where I play it off stream.
What was it called again?
Bear and Breakfast.
Mm.
You're a bear, and you run a bear and
Do you
run
eat breakfast?
I mean,
Can
I
you
think
partake in your own product?
Yeah. And you run these little Airbnbs basically, and you collect trash, because that's the real reason why you want people to come back, is so you can collect their trash, because the raccoon wants the trash. It's the funniest fucking story, and it's really cute. The characters are really funny. Like the Tom Nook looking raccoon is like the most deranged fucking character, and I love him, and I want nothing to happen to him, and he's perfect. And yeah, I adore that game. Absolutely adore that game. I've been continuing with Cult of the Lamb. I have 2 save files going for that. I have one that I'm doing with chat. The Twitch integration still doesn't work for me. It's still fucked up. It's still busted, but it's fine. We're still having a good time. I'm raffling off the followers,
Right.
and so they still have some interaction with it.
Do you get burnt out on the game faster having 2 saves like that, do you think?
No.
Really?
This is how I'm doing it. I'm playing it 2 different styles.
Ah.
So I'm being really cutesy and like keeping all my followers alive and my viewers alive and stuff like that. I'll martyr myself before I sacrifice somebody unless somebody's old and stuff like that. And so I'm bearing everybody. In my other playthrough, I am a fucking monster barbarian that eats everyone and fucking asks questions later. I'm just trying, and I'm also playing it on a harder difficulty, so it's been kind of rough. So it is like normal has been a challenge for me, but I only think that was because I'm playing it on stream. But then I started playing the harder difficulty, and I'm like, I fucking hate myself.
Ah.
So I have that going for me, which is great.
That sucks. I mean, it's cool, but it sucks.
I'm just stubborn, and I want to actually, beat it.
Yeah.
The other game I found is this itch.io game called The Shopping List. You are a female protagonist trying to finish her shopping after, like, moving to a new town and basically running from your past and eventually your past catches up to you in this game. It's the one that you came in on stream with the characters' faces.
Wait, did you say this was GTA 6?
Yeah, this is GTA 6.
Okay.
They have
like
the
early
new
build, because as far as I know, no woman has ever been the protagonist in a video game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You fucker. Your character makes like all the wrong moves and shit like that. And like I called it early on, and I'm like, oh, this guy's creepy. I bet you this is the bad guy, and I nailed it. And yeah, it I think I may have played too many horror games because I called this game and then the other game I played. But I really, really did enjoy the shopping list. It's like 40 minutes. I think it's free on itch.io, and it was just pure bliss with the fucking shitty graphics. 10 out of 10.
Huh.
Yeah, remember the faces that were all fucked up?
I definitely remember it, yeah. I'm just like trying to think in my, like, how could I get to a place where I think that 40 minutes in that fucking piece of shit would be a good time? I don't think I could do it.
It was creepy and it was good.
Okay. I mean, I didn't stay long, so I didn't even
fair.
stay for 40 minutes to see the game. Stay for like 12.
Yeah, that's fair. You made fun of some faces, then you came back, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The other game I played is done by another small indie dev team. I don't think their name translates correctly from Taiwanese to English because it was Wool Man, and it was just really weird. But anyway, so they're they're like 5 college students in Taiwan, and they made this psychological like walking simulator. It's very Layers of Fear like, and just fucked up, and you're just in for the ride. And they did a really good job with misdirection, because it's all about your perspective constantly changing and like shit changing, and you being forced to look one way because you're reacting, and you can't help but react. And shit like that. And so it becomes kind of a neat perspective. I thought it was really well done with the misdirections and shit, and it trying to like get you to look one way, and then shit changes, and like the whole room changes and all this other stuff. I did call what was gonna happen. But I think I've just been playing too many horror games. I'm like, oh, is this what had happened? And then I was like, yeah, that's what happened. Okay, well, let's continue.
You have been playing I would say, an excessive amount of horror games. Considering we're not in October. I mean, now we're closer than you have been, but the whole year has been dominated, I feel like, by horror.
The funny thing is, I got invited to a influencer kind of thing. It's a company called Feardemic, and they usually use it to promote their games, because I played Darko a long ass time ago.
I just like to think that this is like a counter to the pandemic. They're like, no.
Yeah.
It's a feardemic.
It's a feardemic. Yeah,
what?
It's kind of.
Yeah, I guess people are afraid. No. We make horror games, huh? It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, they had this whole thing where they were promoting their games, and this September they're gonna be promoting any like horror game going into October and stuff. And so I got invited to play a bunch of demos and like try a bunch of games, and there's some games that I really, really want to touch, like Choo Choo Charlie and shit like that. There's a couple other ones that I'm looking into checking out. So I'm excited for that, and they found me because I've been playing horror games. That's how I got found. I mean,
the niche.
Yeah, I guess
that isn't Minecraft.
That isn't Minecraft. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. So I've been playing that, or been talking to them and hanging out with them, and they're really, really cool. But they're like across the pond, like most of them are Australian. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll be late to the entire party. And they're like, oh, well, do you still want to do this? I'm like, absolutely. I'll just be very late. I'll just do it on my time, and then so on and so forth. And they're like, okay, cool. And but yeah, I'm excited to play more horror games, and then I think I figured out what I want to do for October.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know what you want to do for Halloween. You keep talking about how you want to spend a month playing spooky games finally, besides Dead Space.
Damn it. Can it not include Dead Space? Fuck. All right.
I'm just giving you shit because you always talk about Dead Space.
I fucking love Dead Space. It's so good.
I know you do. I know you do. It's okay. You can play Dead Space, but
it has a real narrative.
Screaming to get in your eyeball stabbed? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he lives Ellie, and then, you know, the other guy gets in there. It's like a love triangle thing. I just love fucking... I think I'd like Hallmark movies, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. That's a good Hallmark love story.
Yeah.
Screaming.
It is. There's
At
just
the end.
extra shit attached to it.
Totally. I think I'm going to go back and play old... Because I've been playing retro-inspired games. I think I'm actually just going to...
Play actual retro games.
Right. I think I'm going to visit...
the source.
Yeah, I'm going to go straight to the source finally. Instead of just being a fucking, you know, watching people. I'm just going to go straight to it. I am going to go play Silent Hill. I think I'm going to play 1 through 4. And...
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I haven't beat 2 because 2, what happened with 2 is I turned into a giant pussy baby and I got scared and I never beat it.
Right.
And 4, I forgot what happened when 4 came out. Something happened. And,
is that Downpour? That game sucks.
No, Downpour is not. Downpour I think was on Steam actually, and that never worked.
Okay.
Oh no, that was Homecoming. What was Downpour? I think Downpour was like on the Switch or something. It was on a weird fucking
the
system.
Room.
Yeah, number 4 is The
Okay.
Room. That was the first person one.
Oh.
And
okay.
yeah, I have
Sure.
Silent Hill Homecoming, but it never worked on my computer, and I was never able to return it. Because this was back in like 2003 or 2008 is when it came out, and I bought it on Steam when it came out.
Okay.
It was weird. But yeah, I want to play through those. They're the Fatal Frame games that I never beat, and this one classic, and I'm hoping I can find it.
Overblood?
Overblood?
Yeah.
I
Do you even know what that is?
No, but I'll play it.
You probably won't be able to.
Oh.
It's
Does it
something
have
that
boobies?
Game Informer did back in the early days of them making video content. And, well, maybe you can get an emulated copy of it, but a physical copy was almost impossible to find.
Right.
And they played that whole thing, and it is, woo-wee, not really that horror-y, but it does describe itself as a survival horror on the PS1.
Okay.
But if you got through that game, I'd give you $1,000.
All right, I'll do it.
I don't have $1,000. Don't test me.
Okay, that's fair. I'll still do it.
It's a bear to get through. If you don't play it, just watch the Game Informer playthrough. I think it's still up. It must be. It's a corporation. They don't let shit go.
Yeah.
But it's very fun to watch.
Okay.
Them sort of hit their head against it. Because most of the struggle is just obtuse, like no one knows what to do kind of shit. They don't follow a lot of, even at the time, modern conventional like video gamey shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think, well, did you ever play Eternal Darkness?
No. I'm a fan of these games in the same way that I'm a fan of... What else am I a fan of like that? Like retro games in general. Like, I follow a lot of retro channels on Twitch, and I don't play any of them, ever. But I really like watching other people play them because it's like I'm a historian, like digging into the past, and they're living there. So I'm like, hey, shit, I didn't expect to find you here. I was just looking up some history. And they go, yeah, we're still doing this. And I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. And it's interesting.
Okay, I got this.
It's cool.
Okay. Okay, I can respect that. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to play. I want to play all those old games that I have literally lying around that I can't actually play, and try to play them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Revisit them.
Hell
Revisit
yeah.
my childhood. It's my goal.
That's cool. I revisit my childhood all the time.
Yeah, you go play RuneScape for like 20 hours.
RuneScape, baby.
Anyway, should we talk about the news?
Yeah,
instead
probably.
Of everything else?
Yep. The only thing that matters, by the way, better be first, is Saints Row.
I figured we were gonna save that for last, but we can talk about that first if you want.
I have a bunch to say about this.
Go ahead, say it, air it out. Okay.
All right.
So
Yeah, set the stage, and then I'll enter stage right.
So, Saint Row went out for early access for people to review and stuff like that, and it's getting not the best reviews. Even IGN gave it a 6, which says a lot. I think Game Informer gave it the highest at like 8.5.
Yeah, which means they're a
lot of
corrupt
people
piece
were
of
saying-
shit institution now, so don't ever read a Game Informer article again.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
kidding. I'm
Exactly. But like people are like, oh, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 is bad, but if you do the math, like a 2 out of 5 is what, a 4 out of 10, and 3 out
Pretty
of
bad.
5. A 3 out of 5, but a 3 out of 5 is like a 6 out of 10. It's just, I mean, it's there's worse, but it's still not getting the best reviews. So, how do you feel about this?
All right. Saints Row is basically, I mean, when it came out, people thought it was a knockoff of GTA.
Right.
But then as the series progressed, they found their own identity, I think, in Saints Row 3, which is
Right.
making fun of that shit. We don't take ourselves that seriously. It's gang wars and shit. Let's shoot shark coming out of the fucking concrete gun that swallows people whole. You know, it's like the most tongue-in-cheek you could possibly get about crime shit.
Yeah.
And that, to me, worked. I mean, some of the shit was cringy, but that's the beauty of satire. You're making fun of someone else who was cringy.
Yeah.
And I think they landed the joke more often than not. There were certainly cringy moments that were earnest in the game, I'm sure. But the tone, the whole package was like, haha, those losers overdoing the GTA shit. That's my feeling of it. By the way, still love the GTA shit. But I also like something that makes fun of it. And this game, as far as I can fucking tell, I haven't played it yet, but that hardly means anything in the era where you can just see whole playthroughs silently on YouTube. They're already out there. It's nuts.
That's right. You're right.
I've seen several reviews and just people going over it.
Mm-hmm.
The level of fucking lazy that this game reaches. Look, I wasn't a big fan of Saints Row 4 for one reason only. They got everything right as far as I'm concerned, at least up to the point I played it, which is, not that far. But the thing that Saints Row 4 fucked up is it was like all in the Matrix. That's their gimmick. They're like superpowers, but it's all in the Matrix. And I'm like, fuck you, you cowards. Do it. Put superheroes in it. You're making fun of the shit. Why the fuck would you make it all not matter in a computer? Anyway.
Yeah.
This game continues that trend, and I'll link them in a moment.
Okay.
This game seemingly has no, like the previous games were trying to build their own, gangster, identity, and then found it again, like I said, in Saints Row 3, which is, oh yeah, we're the satire guys. We're like the fucking South Park of GTA games. Not as good as South Park, but for a video game, pretty close. Until the South Park game the South Park game came along. And so Saints Row 3 succeeded because they had that vision. At least I think they did. I don't know if they did or not. That's what came across to me. In this game, it feels like wacky. Like, I honestly think, and I'm a big MCU fan, I think the dialogue in those movies has actually ruined everything else. And
That's
not
a very valid point.
Not because the MCU movies are bad, but because everyone So you sit in the theater and you hear the laughs and you go, oh, that is what people want. But then they go and misapply it to things that should not be that way.
Oh no!
And
I didn't
so
even think about
every
this.
single interaction that the NPCs are having is like, what are we doing here? Well, I don't know. I think we're gonna kill some bad guys. It's like, fuck you. Give me that gun so I can blow myself in the face. Wait,
It's like comedy.
blow my face off. Shit.
I think you can blow yourself in the face. That's fine. That's an acceptable.
That is where
answer
it
in
would
this
go
day
if you were
and
gonna blow
age.
yourself in the face.
Jesus Christ.
So, and here's the thing. I said I would link the two things, Saints Row 4 and Saints Row, the remake,
Yeah.
which is not even really a remake. It's like a prequel, but
Yeah.
Deep Silver is a publisher.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make the claim that it might be the worst publisher for gaming. I don't
That's a bold
know
claim, Cotton.
what goes on behind those doors at the developers that work for them or the publisher itself. But Jesus Christ, look at their game list sometime. You don't have to do it now. It's long.
Okay. No.
But let me just rattle off a couple, okay? Risen.
Oh no. Okay.
NASCAR 14. Sacred 3. Which, by the way, was the most mediocre. It's like if Dungeon Siege released in 2012, it would have been Sacred 2. You know? Sacred 2 was a mediocre project, and they fucking destroyed that shit. It takes a lot to fuck up mediocre. Sacred 3 was a travesty to a series that I liked because it was like, you know, it was kind of Dungeon Siege-like. Saints Row 4. Notice I didn't say Saints Row 3.
Yeah.
Not on this list. I don't know where the dots connect, but Ride to Hell Retribution is also here. Dead Island. Fucking dog shit video game. Now, to be fair, Metro Redux.
Uh-huh.
But did they publish the first Metro game? Because that was
No.
like a redo. Nope. They did not. I'm just saying. It's easy to point at loot boxes and shit and laugh at EA. No, these are the unsung villains of video games where they're just funding every bad fucking shit-ass idea and not making sure it's a good product. And they're big.
Yeah.
They make a lot of fucking video
Yeah.
games over there. Now, to be fair, they played they made Kingdom Come. They at least published Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that game is fucking amazing. So they've got some gems, but there's so much dog shit on this list. It's staggering.
That's a bummer. Okay. Yeah, I never really got too much into the Saint Rose games. I think the third one is the only one I genuinely enjoyed because it just embraced the fucking craziness,
Yeah,
right? It was
100%.
the madness,
And like it or dislike it, it was like well made for that. What it was is it's like, what did I say? Rollerdrome. Great fucking game. I'm never gonna say a bad word about it because it's not bad. Saints Row 3 is the same.
It's
Even
just
if you
not
don't
bad.
like it, you go, oh, that's for those people. That's for people that like that. And it is, and it's
Right.
great. We all loved it. This new game is like, I don't know. We made it for, I don't know. We read some Reddit threads about what Saints Row was, and we made a game. I don't know.
Actually, I would believe that. I would
And-
believe that somebody would say that.
Furthermore, I have a theory, which is most of the people getting jobs making games right now are super young. And I think it's bleeding through a little. I think this generation, maybe it's even millennials, they're fucking up video games. I think real bad. There's some
You
good
think
ones
that-
making the indie games, but people with budgets are fucking stupid.
I I think they just have a vision.
I don't think they have a vision.
They build their
I
vision.
think their vision is, I want to make games.
I want my video game. I want to be famous video game maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that too. Unfortunately, that's kind of a bummer. But I don't know. I feel bad about it, and it doesn't feel good. Like you said, this year has sucked for video games.
I think
and
at some point there was a canary in the coal mine and I missed it. But for me, the Saints Row remake or reboot, whatever the fuck this game is a super, like, just barely die. Like, it's dying. This canary, it's crawling out of the coal mine, and it's too late.
He's like, never, never.
By the way, it's gonna. The tunnel is.
He's full of shit. Anyway, okay. So everything sucks. Heard.
You know what doesn't suck is games that have already been made.
That's
Lots
true.
of them. They're
Continue
great.
To play those games.
Solace,
don't ever
Solace,
change.
whatever the fuck I said it was crafting, is gonna occupy me forever now and in the end of time. And so is Valheim building. I can do that. It's fine. You can keep releasing trash video games, and I'll be fine.
You're great. 10 out of 10. Okay. Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned Dead Island.
Oh, is it? Ha ha ha. Didn't even realize that was a joke.
Some news came out, and is going to be announced a little bit more tomorrow on August 23rd. So, Dead Island 2, which has been in the works since, 8, 9, 10 years ago. I can't remember.
Oh, really? I thought they did that already. It was called Dying Light.
Yeah, it was called Dying Light, remember? And
isn't it the same fucking company that makes it?
I'm pretty sure it's the same fucking company.
Yeah. So I tweeted this whenever the fuck this was announced. I think they made an announcement at whatever passed for this year's E3, the Keeleys, whatever the fuck it was.
Game Summer Fest.
We actually do need E3 back, but not the company. Just they need to sell the rights to Jeff Keighley so that he can call it that, so that we know what the fuck we're talking about. At Keeley's at Key 3. Yeah. I didn't make that
G3.
up. It's somebody else.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know, but it was so good. I did tweet them. I said I'm stealing this. So.
Oh, you did.
They're fully aware.
They're fully notarized and everything. We've been talking too long.
It's true. It's an hour and 8 minutes. So, what was I talking about? I feel so passionate, but my words are not coming to me.
Dead Island.
Oh yeah,
Dead Island.
Shut the fuck up! I got it. I always had it.
You shut the fuck up, Jesus Christ! We're goddamn mess.
This feels like another live show. We should just do them live because this is how they end up anyway.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, we should.
So, Dead Island 2. When that was announced, I tweeted something like, "They already did this. What the fuck is the Dead Island name other than zombies? Can anyone fucking tell me?" Dying Light is also zombies, and it was way better. What is Dead Island? It's jank, garbage, fucking letdown is what Dead Island represents to me.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
Not wrong.
Like Riptide? Did anyone play that fucking game?
That's a game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a game. Holy fuck, I forgot about that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Thanks, Deep Silver. You guys are crushing it.
Killing it. Killing it. Yeah, no. So that game's still happening. They did make it. So we're going to see more about it tomorrow.
Do we know who the developers are? Is it Techland?
I'm pretty sure it's Techland. It's still. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. So I'm looking at this. It's got Jaeger, Sumo Digital, and Silver Deep Dam
Silver
Buster
Deep?
Studios. Deep Silver
Okay,
Dam Buster
I thought they
Studios.
reversed the name and made a studio. That would be amazing.
Holy fuck. No, it's still
so
still
that two
Silver,
logos
it's
come
Deep
up,
Silver.
one's Silver Deep and the other one's Deep Silver. That would be amazing. Holy shit.
Somebody please do that. Yeah, no, sorry, I fucked that up. That was my
That's all good.
going off there.
Still not as bad of a fuck up as Dead Island.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, remember the cinematic for that game?
Yeah,
And it
that was
so
what I was
beautiful,
directly referencing.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
The most amazing fucking
I
cinematography that
cried
I've ever seen.
watching that video. It's so good.
I think everybody else did cry.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that people cried over that. And then it just was.
I went to the midnight launch at GameStop. Understand?
Did you really?
Yeah, the one I worked at. I went to work at midnight to get a copy of a video game, and it was trash. I think that might be the single greatest letdown in video game history for me personally, is working at GameStop, deciding to go there because of the trailer at midnight when I didn't work.
And then being just disappointed.
Being so let down when I got home.
Oh. Yeah. It's bad. It just, yeah. And so apparently they're still doing it, and they're going to keep doing it, and I guess we'll see more tomorrow. But it's supposed to come out in February of next year. So we're going to see how shit this game is. Yep. It posted on its Amazon
Do not
listing
pre-order
for-
that game. I implore every single person on this planet.
Well, it's funny because somebody posted on Twitter their pre-order from like almost 9 years ago.
You could do it
like
back
8 years
then?
ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Dude, it's a video game company.
That's
They'll fucking
crazy.
do it.
Wow. All right.
I mean, they thought the first one was so successful that they decided to start taking people's money early.
Well, yeah, but they released another video game in the interim, and not that long after the first one. Riptide was like a year and a half later, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they just like.
And everyone thought it was Dead Island 2. It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was not.
Dying Light though, real good. The first one,
yeah,
it seems like the second one was a little iffy, but
it was okay. It wasn't the best thing I ever played.
People's needs in gaming have changed a lot, and mine included. But it takes a little bit of a reset of expectations for me when I'm gaming. Like the Marvel Spider-Man shit, right? I just got on PC. Right. I don't know why I bring this up so much. It's been 1 week, I think, since I bought it, and I've brought it up twice on the podcast already. And I'm not even really playing it.
I fucking knew it.
But the thing is, like, the open world is it's outdated, is what the open world is. And it's fine because there's so many other things going for it. But it is almost impossible not to be bogged down by game design we know doesn't work for us. You know, like, even with the other stuff, like swinging around the open world is amazing. Look, if I had all the money in the world, $200 million doesn't sound like that big of a price to do that for millions of people. It's awesome. But then also, you got to go around tweaking fucking radio towers with a fuck. You know?
Oh my god, it's turning into fucking Far Cry. You got to get this tower. You
100%. Except climbing the towers takes no time at all, which is the best part.
Yeah. I would hope so because you're fucking Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are other things that take time, like, what is it? Is it Black Cat? One of the villains? One of his villains? She left a bunch of weird cameras around where you have to, like, point it at fucking... You gotta find what the fuck some clue she left for you? Like, what?
Being a fucking creeper?
Like,
She's being
Jesus
creepy?
Christ.
Sounds like she wants to be
kinda,
creepy.
Yeah, she's a little creepy.
Yeah, it sounds like she's being creepy.
Yeah. There's just so many, like, 5 hours into that game. I've swung around most of the city, by the way, because the missions take you there. Yeah. I'm still being introduced to more open world shit that I can do. New shit.
Okay.
It's like too much shit. Like Spider-Man was never this busy in the fucking movies. God damn.
They would try if they could. If
How
they could
does
make
Spider-Man, right? This is the age-old question. Peter Parker, he's a fucking high school or college student. How does he work a full-time job? He's Spider-Man, and he's in fucking school. And now he's got open world fucking side quests. It's impossible.
It's the impossible question. It's the impossible tasks and just yeah, no. Definitely a no for me, Doc. I can't do open world games. I don't think I could do MMOs anymore. Or and turn based. I just don't have the patience for it.
Do you ever have that lizard brain thing where you're like, but I want that?
I think,
or is it totally gone?
I think I want the nostalgia from certain games, but I think if I honestly played them, I think
But
it would
you look at a new
ruin it.
MMO coming out and there's just zero potential in it for
Nothing.
you? Yeah.
Nothing.
That's
nothing. I feel dead.
Fucking crazy. How the fuck do you get there?
I don't know. I just it's somehow my lizard brain has turned it off completely and said fuck
I'm
all
so
MMOs.
GD jealous.
I think it's because I got hurt.
Yeah?
I think I got hurt like not physically but emotionally from like raiding and everything, and like I got backstabbed really bad, right?
Oh, fuck.
And so I never really recovered from that. And even though I had this like obligation at one point to go play with a different group of people, I still felt obligated to my old group. And like, and they would have seen me on, because like they still had me on their friends list. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. And like, so I never felt that with anything else after that. I was just like,
shit.
Yeah, I got bullied. I got bullied.
Okay. Huh. Someone
weird.
stole. Okay, actually, wait. Have I told this this story on the podcast?
They stole the
I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
So when I was young, real young, I'm talking 13 probably. I scammed somebody from their RuneScape account.
Portz, you monster!
I've never told this story then.
No.
Okay. So I stole this account, right? And it was barely better than mine. Barely.
You felt
I'm
bad,
talking
didn't you?
maybe 20 hours of work. Which in RuneScape time is 0. Yeah, so I scammed this account. I played on that account for 4 years.
What?
And then it got taken away.
They came and bought it
They
back.
came back
got
and
it
they were
back?
like, "My God, this workhorse has worked out."
So they scammed you. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what I did?
Did you cry?
I started a new account immediately. I don't think there's trauma that could take me away.
Oh no, you are a fucking addict. You are literally hardcore fucking tapping your vein, just looking for it, getting the needle in there. Jesus. Wow,
Yeah.
we've divulged a lot. This is the open and honest podcast.
That account's name, by the way, was XXX0010. I will never forget that sequence of letters and numbers.
Do you ever try to contact them again? And
No,
be like, hey,
no.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
I
stole
did
your
buy an account from eBay once that was similar stats. It was close. The rune crafting wasn't up to par, but I was like, fuck it, I did it before I can do it again. And those people yanked the account from me a year later.
Wow,
Yeah.
fuckers.
Yep. Turns out those personal questions are pretty fucking valuable.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into the last couple of things that we have here. So, quickie, we do have a date for the Game Awards. It's gonna be on Thursday, December 8th. Are you ready to get
God,
drunk
why is it a
and
Thursday?
watch me oogle?
It's always
I don't know why it's a
literally
Thursday.
always a Thursday. Is
I
what
thought
time
it was
is
always
it?
the 8th.
Does it say?
It doesn't say, but I think last time it was like maybe 30 minutes after I got off work.
I think if I'm still working while it starts, I'm literally gonna take that day off, so that we
I
can
think I'm
record
gonna
it
ask
then.
for half that day off. Yeah,
let's do it.
and get drunk.
Hell yes. Well, yeah. Maybe I'll ask for the day after.
I need this. I need this day off, and they'll be like, or I need this 2 hours off of my shift, and they'll be like, why? So I could get drunk and oogle Jeff Keighley. I do it every year. Please let me have this. Please let me have this.
Yeah, I think if there were year-round like Game Awards style stuff happening, that would be my only Twitch content.
It'd be good content, actually.
I like that shit. I regret not being able to like almost always the E3 was like during the day.
Yeah.
Fucking the OTK thing was during the day. Like it's just I can't do that shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I wish I could.
Me fucking too. Okay. Last couple of things here. So there's been a bizarre standoff between Steam and a developer. Now, we actually talked about this story a while ago, but this guy, the creator and dev of Dominia, the game where he...
Good soundtrack.
Yeah, it has a great soundtrack. It was a great game, but I removed it from my list and all that other shit because
wasn't he
went
a crazy
psychotic.
motherfucker?
Yeah, super creepy incel anti-vac was putting it into his Steam notes.
Sure.
And so Steam obviously tried to protect his system and his reviews as it got review bombed into the ground. He continued with his patch notes and all this other shit and get on his like Steam forums and all this other stuff because he continued to be fucking psychotic and continuing to post like ranty shit about how, you know, like he anti-LGBTQ stuff now and all this other stuff and just very just being a hate monger. It goes he went even harder. He basically like doubled down on it.
Oh.
And so now Steam has banned him, saying that his post has violated like discussion rules and guidelines and some other stuff, and like for insulting and flaming other users. Also, they noticed a trend with abusive messages sent to banning players from the hub, so they couldn't post anything or any kind of like discussion into the Dominia's like their boards and shit like that. So he's been calling out Valve and calling them a bunch of cowards and stuff like that. And it's getting to the point where Valve might actually remove him from the platform.
Wow. Has that ever happened?
I don't think so. The only time that I can think of when Valve removes somebody from the platform is when Red Candle's game made fun of Pooh Bear, the Chinese communist president.
They removed the developer from ever submitting a game?
No, they didn't completely remove it because I think they're working on another game and it's going to be on Steam. But yeah.
Interesting.
They just removed that game.
Yeah, I'm curious if it means like, hey, you can't make games here anymore, because that would be wild.
Yeah.
You might as well go back to whatever the fuck you were doing before making games.
Being a huge piece of shit. I don't know. He's just like
maybe this game or maybe this story will turn into like a feel good story where Epic gives him like $7 million to be on their platform.
And they don't have any outlet for him to like push his shit on.
There's
so
no
maybe.
way to make comments or people to curate his games. It's just the best platform.
Yeah, go to Epic and quit being a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't know.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's fucking psychotic. I hope he gets banned. Honestly, I hope Valve just says, you know what, we protected you for so long. You continue to break the rules. You continue to like be an asshole. Fuck you. And just, we don't want your money. And considering
now you
a
find
ton
out
of people
he made
refunded it
Domina or Dominia or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, however you say it.
So that he could try to go back to a time when people were killing each other for sport. He believes in this shit. All the values they had back then.
Honestly, yeah, he kind of does.
That's what I'm saying.
He's fucking psycho. Yeah, give him a fucking time machine and send him back. Get rid of him. Honestly.
Yeah.
We don't need that in this day and age. And the last thing I want to bring up and I want to talk about, because it's kind of cool and kind of sad at the same time, but I think it's a really good message, sort of. I don't know how you... I just like this story. So an indie developer... Well, it's sad. So an indie developer named Rob Hale, also known as Squid in a Box, recently died from cancer this month. He was known for his game Waves and Waves 2, and they're these really kind of like numbers go up game. They're really neat. It was one of his solo projects, and it was a very big passion project of his. Like it's a twin stick shooter, kind of like beat trace chiptune soundtrack kind of thing. They're cool looking. But anyway,
dude, my brain is a fucked up place to be. You know why? When you said this indie developer has died of cancer or whatever, my first thought was, wow, the Stanley Parable developer could make a hell of a game about him. And I mean that in the best way possible.
No, I kind of honestly agree with you. But anyway, so one of his passing wishes was to make both of his games free.
Oh,
so
shit.
Waves and Waves 2 are both available on Steam for free. Waves 2 was in early access, but it's still pretty neat. It's still pretty neat looking, and I'm probably going to check them out at some point this week. Sorry, I got the hiccups now.
Steam's going to need a new category called Early But Done Access.
I think he has friends that are still going to continue to work on it.
Oh, shit, okay.
And finish it.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. So that was his gift to the world for those who haven't been able to play his game or experience his game, because like the music's really good. Yeah. So go check those out. Go support those games. And, yeah.
Conversely, when I die, this podcast will be behind the biggest fucking paywall of your life.
We're going to put it on Patreon, and it's going to pay for...
The Portz is Dead Patreon.
Thank God.
You all said you would pay to see me dead. Now put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, fuckers, do it.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to hell.
Every week. Let's go back. I got a fucking punch card, you know? 11th hell visit is free.
Speaking of hell, Andrew Tate just got banned from TikTok, apparently. I just got a notification from that. I'm so happy. Fuck that guy.
Days ago, by the way.
No, he got banned from Facebook and Twitter. Today he got banned from TikTok.
Oh, shit. Instagram also, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's Facebook.
Yeah.
That's Meta.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm never on Instagram, except when I want to make Star Wars fucking trooper memes. But so I forget that they're the same company.
Yeah, exactly. I do too all the time because I hate Facebook but love Instagram.
I don't have that deep of feelings about either. You know what? I hate Facebook. It's not a good place.
Yeah.
But mostly because of the people that use it.
Yeah. They're all the Andrew Tate people, and now they're fucked.
I don't think my mom would like Andrew Tate, but she does agree with a lot of things that he would say. God damn. Our podcasts are going to get 10 minutes longer every week, by the way.
Every fucking week. Every fucking week, honestly. But if you guys are still here, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I got some pee-pee poo-poos, so thank you for the pee-pee poo-poos.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hell yeah.
So thank you guys. I love you. And don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at Evil Space Money and the Real Ports. Maybe we'll do another live one.
Please,
let's
talk
about it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Now that I'm COVID free. Oh yeah, I'm COVID free, by the way.
Oh, you tested negative? Perfect.
I'm negative.
I'll feel much. I figured you were since you were at work, but
you know, radio etiquette and the medical community would have a real hard time talking to each other. Like, did you test positive for that COVID? That's a negative. Over.
Negative over.
Negative. I don't know. There was a bit in there somewhere. I lost it. It's in the podcast before I say anything else.
It's gone. Okay, good night, everyone.
I'm serious. I'm not talking.
God damn it.